A top afternoon to you and welcome to Extra. Today we talk to Miss Rangip, co-founder of the Brisbane Fashion Week, and check out the designs that were showcased during the event. Also, we witness how sports is changing lives of youths in Lae. That coming up later on in the show. But for now, let's meet 25-year-old Abigail Havora, who hails from Gulf in the Central Province. She's the first PNG woman to win the Miss Pacific Islands pageants in 2015. This is her story.
When PNG welcomes its new queen, Miss Kellyanne Limbie, last Saturday, it also farewells a great queen, Miss Abigail Havora, who had set a benchmark for all the upcoming PNG queens.
Every emotion, trait, and characteristic I help mold to harness your potential. But I don't believe you realize the magnitude of this significance, because reality shows us that the tide of women's issues in this world is competing with the growing distorted images.
Before ending the crown of Miss Pacific Islands PNG to Miss Limbie, Miss Havora flashes back on how her journey begins on September 16 last year when PNG celebrated its 40th anniversary.
It was the day I rose to an opportunity. As our country celebrated 40 years of independence, I delivered a speech that not only inspired my colleagues, but made its way around the country to over 1,000 people, one of them being Mrs. Molly O'Rourke. And 2 days later, she was on the phone with me telling me, "This is your year to join the pageant."
A week later, when Abigail turns 24, she made a promise that she will make history for PNG. And one thing led to another. She did just that few months later. She was the first one to bring back the crown of Miss Pacific Islands to PNG after 6 years since PNG joined the regional pageant. It was a year when she juggled everything, from a role as Miss Pacific Islands PNG to Miss Pacific Islands and a first-year medical student. A year that saw her compromised and make sacrifices that brought a lot of stress and tears behind her beautiful smiles and beautiful dresses. As Abigail takes her leave, the patron of MPIP PNG, Linda Babao O'Neill, speaks highly on her reign as both Miss Pacific Islands PNG and Miss Pacific Islands 2015.
I can honestly say that she has left a lasting legacy. She has always said that her motto in life was to leave a place better than it was when she first found it. And she certainly has done that.
Abigail has gained the knowledge from the previous contestants and has provided a stronger platform for the future contestants.
To the ongoing invisible battle, may love always win. I am a woman, created from men to work alongside men. My womb is the foundation of life and gateway for the next generation. I am a woman. I am voluptuous, with that natural fullness only fitting for a woman. My embrace is safe and warm, with eyes that see all goodness and truth.
Well done, Abigail, and we wish you the best in your future endeavours. He was the most feared man on the field when playing against the New Zealand All Blacks and in the domestic New Zealand rugby competition. The late Jonah Lomu, the famous All Black winger, tragically died due to kidney complications on November 18, 2015. But his legacy still lives on, and in PNG it's enshrined in a local tournament named after the New Zealand rugby great. Noreen Dada tells us more.
Sure his click stays up, that means when he puts it down, Tox picking it up. Let's go. Who the hell is he anyway? He never really talks much, never concerned with status, but still.
Jonah Lomu was the youngest All Black international when he entered the rugby world in 1994 at the age of 19 for New Zealand representative duties.
20%.
The menacing winger was a brute to all those who came across him on the field. In his stint in rugby, he captained 63 matches before retiring from the sport he loved in 2009. The world was introduced and quickly came to know Lomu as a tower of strength and an absolute beast. Yet when his health issues came to light in 1996, it became apparent the rugby icon would struggle to maintain his form.
That means when he puts it down, Tox picking it up. Let's go. The hell is he anyway? He never really talks much, never concerned with status, but still.
It all came to an end on November 18, 2015, when Lomu died of complications linked to his chronic battle with kidney disease. But his legacy lives on, and this week in Port Moresby, the John Lomu Legacy Sevens tournament was launched at the New Zealand High Commission.
I've been waiting for this night for close to 1 year. You ask why? Well, about a year ago, I gave a speech or a eulogy in November at the time that Jonah Lomu passed away. I was touched by the outpouring of love and support from many PNG people and fans of Jonah Lomu. Well, you know, that night I was so moved that I sort of stretched myself and I said, one of the things that I will promise is that we will continue this Jonah Lomu legacy. This is not just a commemoration or a celebration of his life, but it's also an opportunity to make the most of this legacy. Well, what does this legacy mean? Well, it's not only a legacy for Jonah and Nadine and their family, but it's also a legacy for PNG. One of the things that New Zealand is very keen to do with our partners here in PNG is to develop this wonderful game called rugby, growing the game worldwide and especially in the Pacific, including Papua New Guinea. That's one. The second thing, which I think is very important, and this is the message or one of the takeaways that I want the media and people to take away. You know, the All Blacks wouldn't be the All Blacks if it wasn't for grassroots rugby, if it wasn't for junior development. So tonight, it's not just about PNG rugby for men's and women, although that's very important. Tonight is about starting a legacy for developing junior rugby.
The tournament is an initiative of the Capital Rugby Union, who wanted to commemorate the first anniversary of the rugby great's passing.
And what better way to do than to associate ourselves with the world champions? What is a better way to do than to do? We might have the numbers, we might have the money. Do we have the technical know-how? Do we have the structure in place that can harness skills from these young kids and to bring them to a process that can one day we sit back and we say, wow, we've come a short period of time in a long way. You see? So that is the challenge that we have embraced ourselves to get on. And we hope that with all your support that we will set a foundation that will not only be the path, but be the way for young Papua New Guineans that they can look at themselves and say, look, I can one day run into the Olympic stage and being brought out and be sent over to Europe, be playing in the Super 14s, be having an income for my family, and more importantly, that structure can actually develop them as human beings, as young Papua New Guineans who can actually find a path that they can be welcomed and they can feel that they are loved and embraced, and a structure that can actually twinkle the mindset and think, look, there is a better future for me in my life. Rugby can embrace that.
Sanctioned by the PNG Rugby Football Union, the John Lomu Legacy Sevens tournament will be staged in Port Moresby on 9 to 11 December 2016 and will be an annual event on the PNG RFU calendar.
It is exciting for rugby in Papua New Guinea. It's exciting for the young kids that aspire to be someone in their lives using rugby union. What better way to open up a field than to have this particular event, this unique event that aspires young men and women through rugby union to develop their life skills. And we are blessed. This country is very blessed.
Certainly a great contribution to sports in the country. Coming up, we talk to Mr. Van Maren from the UN on afternoon tea.